Howdy folks, today's shave is going to be with RazoRock Dead Sea. This one here, as you can tell, this is a pretty good size container. It is glass with a metal lid, and if I remember right, it's like what, 8.4 ounces or 8.5 ounces, 250 milliliters. That's what the sticker looks like there on the bottom. Show you what it looks like there on the inside. I've used this one here a few times. My opinion when it comes to these kind of soaps that RazoRock offers in the glass containers, for me that's kind of like an automatic buy. The soap is always just awesome in there, and you can get, I think right now I've got a link down below, you can get both of them I think for about 30 bucks, matching aftershave and the soap, and over 8 ounces worth of goodness. That's if you divide it up, split it in half, in other words 15 for the aftershave and 15 for the soap, you're getting quite a steal. Besides the fact that this container, it is heavy glass. That's a pretty heavy bottom right there. Feels how can you say, prestigious. Yes, there we go. And I have it whipped up here in a small wooden bowl. That's what it looks like there. It's fairly wet. Got it whipped up with a Merkur badger brush. I don't think this is in production anymore. At one point in time they had the blue one and the red one, and I think it's either 20 or 22 millimeter badger knot, and it's wet. It's not quite drippy. It's thickened up just a little bit, but it should work out pretty well. Plenty of slickness, in other words, with that kind of moisture in it. So shaver of the day. This one here is going to be just a little bit different. This is definitely a different kind of shaver. This is just a lid. I'll show you the rest over here in just a second. Mag T razors. This is Delta magnetic. You really need to watch GeoFatBoy's video. I've got it linked down below. He provides a lot of information right out of the gate. About 7.5 minutes thereabouts, talking about the razor. It weighs about 5 ounces, so don't drop it on your foot. It's about, what, 4¼ inches in length, and I think 1¼ inch for the head part. It's got a magnet, and it's about a 4-pound pull. It's pretty strong. That cap is not going anywhere. But he also talks about what the magnet's made out of, and their expectations is that something to do with the magnet interacting with the razor blade will cause you to get better or longer shaves with the same blade. Not sure how that's going to work out, but anyhow, you really ought to check it out because it was hard for me not to laugh. It was pretty funny. Inside the box, you get the razor itself. You get a pack of Astra blades. And matter of fact, you can order this also through Shave Nation as well as the website itself. And it comes with instructions. And one of the things that was mentioned, GeoFatBoy mentions that it talks about, doing with the grain pass and against the grain pass, but not necessarily against across the grain. And I just plan on go ahead and do like more or less like what Geo did. I'm just going to do the 2-pass shave with it. And the way he mentioned it, that it's going to be I guess you might say a certain amount of blade fill, very efficient, aggressive type shave. That's what the inside of the box looks like. Anyway, just pretty cool stuff when it comes to a shaver like this. Yep, there we go. I haven't put the blade in just yet, so this is what it looks like. Pretty wide. I can't remember how wide he said this part here was, but I think it's like 3/8 down here at the bottom. It is heavy, a heavy razor. Like I said, about 5 ounces. That's quite a bit. He does talk about the, you got the grooves right here. And I got a link down to their website also, so you can check it out there. But one thing to mention, there's not any grooves here on the side. Don't know how that's going to play out just yet. But there we go. That is what the cap looks like. And he does mention, of course, it's chrome, so he's going to track fingerprints. But that pull from that magnet, it is a pretty strong pull. You can see the magnets there in the cap. There it is in the base plate. I think they refer to this as the crown, working with the terminology. And it comes with a pack of Astra green blades. So here's the blade. I'm going to go ahead and take it out and put it in there. And when he was putting it in there, that magnet's pretty darn strong. Like I say, a 4-pound pull, and it's going to pull that blade right to the base plate. That's where you're going to want to put it. So it does. I mean, it just pulls it right in there. It's not going anywhere. It's stuck in there. Matter of fact, there's such a pull that the blade will start to bow in the middle when you put it in there. It's not going anywhere. When it comes to magnets, the kid comes out, and it's pretty cool. It just sticks right on there. It's not coming off. It should take a little bit more time, because one of the things that was cracking me up was he was talking about the blade reveal. He was kind of surprised, with this being an open comb, and with the blade reveal, expecting maybe a very exciting shave. He was, anyhow, I couldn't hard to stop laughing. But anyhow, this is what the wrapper that the blade comes in. I think that's a new looking wrapper to me. I don't remember looking at it quite like that. At any rate, I've already put a hot towel to the face this morning, and I guess I should show you. This is the Preshave oil I've been using. As it goes for the amount, for me, I've been putting about a nickel size in my hand and working it in my face right after the hot towel. And then I work up my lather, so that's been kind of my routine here of late. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with putting the lather on, but this is going to be a pretty exciting shave for me. After watching Geo, it was, I think in length, his video was near 22 minutes, somewhere in there, I think. And yeah, so it's, his video does explain, like I say, the first, 7.5 minutes, I think it is, talking about the shaver itself, talking about the magnet, what it's made out of, and what the expectations are. And if you can, this may not pick it up, there has been an Amber Alert going out this morning, so some of the cell phones are still beeping because some folks are still sleeping. Yes, this is quite exciting, getting this particular razor, and because it is such a unique design, that handle, I guess you might say, is futuristic, if you will. Not traditional, and the fact that it's using a magnet to hold the cap and the blade in place. Magnets have been used in some previous shavers to help assist in holding the blade in, like for instance leaf shave twig. It's got a magnet in it to help place that blade in there. When it comes to shavettes, IBC, Ivor Barber Company, that one there, Irving, I should say. Anyway, it's got a magnet in there to help assist to get the blade in there and hold it in place while you put it all together. There's a number of shavers that have used that idea in the past, but not necessarily mentioning how the magnet is going to interact with the blade to help it retain its sharpness so that you can get more shaves out of a blade. That part there will be interesting. So, giving it some thought. Typically, in other words, I would do a video, one shave, and with the shaver, and move on to the next shaver and soap, and so on and so forth. This particular case, I think I might do 3 with the same blade. When Geo did his video, he had about 3 days worth of growth. And if I didn't know any better, just, it's kind of hard to tell from a video that first pass, he was done. I mean, he went ahead and did the second pass, but just to look at it, just to look, he looked, the shave looked like it was done after the first pass. There's just a little bit of blade feel. Still feels pretty smooth though. I'm trying to pay attention to how I'm gripping this. I don't think this is the most aggressive shaver I've ever used. He refers to it or compares it to an R41. Maybe the new. I never shaved with the. I guess you might say the first version of the R41. Then later on, they came out with a R41 that was a little bit more on the milder side, and I never did get a chance to shave with the old one. I think I got what is the new one, and R41 for me it's a really nice shaver. I enjoy shaving with it. It's one of my favorites. It will stay up there with my favorites for quite some time. It's it's kind of like this one here. It feels very efficient. There is some blade feel to it, but for me, I'm still able to get smooth, comfortable shaves with it. Uh, there's not much left on my face. Like I say, it was really fun to watch Gio's shave because he had like 3 days worth of growth. I mean, it was out there, and he had no problems rinsing uh, the razor out. So in other words, it would be quite all right to take it apart if you felt the need to rinse it out because you've got several days worth of growth, and maybe that's what you felt like you need to do to rinse it out. But his experience was in that video that there wasn't a need to take it apart. Man, this smells great. Like I say, I'll have a link down below. When it comes to RazoRock soaps, so far every one that they've ever offered in a glass container it's just been awesome. Really enjoy the scent. It's slick. I whip my lather up a little bit on the wet side. It's not how you say fluffy, and it does seem to work well for me. Almost started with Across the Green Pass. Now with a 2 or 3 day growth, your shave might feel a little bit different than mine. I just shaved yesterday. Now yesterday I had 2 days worth of growth, but it's rinsing out pretty good. Looking down through there, I can't really see anything hanging around. If you're wondering what the price is, I think the going rate is $49.99, $50 in other words. And I think if you go to their website, it's free shipping. And I don't recall right off the top of my head, Shave Nation, how much you got to spend to get free shipping. So it still might be free shipping at Shave Nation depending on how much you spend, but it comes with a pack of Astra blades and it's right underneath the shaver itself. At least that's how mine came. So in other words, when you open the box, you see the instructions, you see the razor, you pull the razor out, right underneath there is where a pack of blades are at. That's pretty good. 2-pass shave. I could work just a little bit right here, but that's probably more me trying to get used to working with the shaver itself. But yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. There is not much left. This shaver, it's for me, it's exciting because somebody has taken the time to innovate, do something a little bit different, out of the box thinking, and like I say, I'll probably do, I think, at least 2 more videos with it. Of course, with different soap and whatnot, but still using the very same blade and razor, and see how it goes over 3 days. Because typically, for me, one and done in a lot of cases. Sometimes, in other words, if I'm wanting to stretch a blade to see how many shaves I can get with, I'll go ahead and push it. But usually by the second time on most blades, that's about as far as I'm willing to push it, because I'm not interested in getting a bad shave. I've got way too many blades to do such a thing. About the only thing I push anymore in getting several shaves out of it would be something like out of a Kai blade or out of a feather blade, where usually they're a little bit more expensive, and I do try to get more shaves out of them. But some of these blades are pretty inexpensive, so I don't see risking getting a bad shave by just trying to stretch a blade too far. But you're going to get fingerprints on it. You can't help it. It's chrome. The metal is a zinc alloy. Yeah, that's right. Trying to remember everything that I read about this particular shaver. But like I say, that magnet, don't be surprised. I mean, don't be shocked. You know, it's got like I say, a 4 pound pull if I remember right. And yeah, when you go to put that blade on there, it's such a pull that your blade will bow in the middle. And just an awesome shaver here. This is really cool. I'm going to try and take the cap off with my hands. It'll be a little bit slippery. In this particular case, it stayed in the cap. I think in Gio's video, it stayed on the base plate. So, and you do want to put the blade, when you first put it in, you do want to put it in on the base plate first. But at any rate, let me see if I can get this turned around. That's what the blade looks like. And you can kind of tell because it is not going to take much to rinse it off. That is one thing, I guess you might say, using a wet lather, it does have a tendency to rinse off pretty easy. I had a great shave. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smooth shaves to you.